going, Rob?
Sudbury to
Right.
go and see A and B Glass, who very kindly offered to sponsor me, which is really nice of them.
What actually makes you do your responding for SARS, Rob?
So I'm quite fortunate in that for quite a long time I've done some voluntary work. So before I worked for even the ambulance service, I started to do a thing called link caring, which is like a rung down on the fostering ladder. So with a guy that I used to work with at a special needs school. So I've always done that, and I've quite enjoyed just giving a bit back voluntarily. So I've continued seeing this lad who's now 32. Since he was 17, I've known him.
You're not that old, are you?
I'm 41. And then when I got asked about SARS and spoken to and asked if I'd like to do it, I thought it sounded really good, and it's that opportunity to do something in your own time, but also then, working with some fantastic clinicians and learning some new skills and increasing your knowledge base and all those kinds of things.
How do you learn the new skills? Is that paid for by SARS? Do you go and do courses, or is it learning on the job?
So it's a bit of both, really. Like, there's lots of people who have got lots of kind of different pre-hospital experience to me, especially in like the critical care world, who it's really good to pick their brains and find stuff out. I've also managed to do like the training weekend, which was 2021, I think, and I did a surgical skills course this year, which SARS paid for, which was really good and really interesting. Because you don't get the opportunity to get hands-on with quite a lot of these skills, and you can talk through a skill hundreds of times, but it's just different to get hands-on. Even like this is with like cadavers, so that was really good because the chance to do it on a real patient can be rare, few and far between. So it's good to get that sort of muscle memory, that practice. So I really enjoyed that too.
So what do you do when you're not responding?
A paramedic based out of Ipswich ambulance station, which is good. Been there for 2009 I started there, so I've done various bits and pieces there. So I'm currently on an RRV line. I work on the mobile stroke unit. I was lucky enough to start working on that in 2020. And I did 4 months straight, just as the old pandemic started, which was interesting. So like a nice big steep learning curve, and so really kind of interesting way of working. Again, I hadn't really worked with just a doctor, and so that was a challenge for me because the doctor that I work with, who also works for SARS Silk, she's brilliant, but obviously she's kind of pre-hospital experience and way of working would be different. So we had a few things that we kind of could work on and iron out, and then we got a good working relationship. And it just fascinating the different types of patients that we saw on there. Lots of kind of like neurological problems, which you don't get to see quite so much in the ambulance service, or certainly don't get to treat in the way that we have. And that's continued. So since 2020, I'll do kind of stints on there, and I get a week on there about every kind of 2 months, I suppose. So that's good.
And you can take that experience back to SARS?
Yeah, definitely. Like for certain patient groups and certain like treatment options, it's like anything. Like if you get some experience with one patient and then you go to another one, you think, oh, I remember this one, and this is what this could be, and this is what the outcome could be. So we could do this.
When we got in the car and I asked you what you wanted to talk about, you wanted to talk about camping, Rob.
Just seemed like an easy subject, Kim.
So
Everyone loves a bit of camping. Well, I wouldn't say big. I do like it though. I was camping last week. Yeah, down at my auntie's last week. That was good. We got a good tent, and the kids love it. My kids, not just all kids, obviously. And my missus. So yeah, it was good fun. Good fun. Do you camp, Kim?
No, Rob, I don't.
Do you glam?
I've bought a caravan, Rob.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you'd be like wanting an electric hookup if you camped and stuff out, so you can plug everything in.
Where do you live?
In Ipswich.
You're in the centre of Ipswich?
So no, well, not really in the centre, kind of like East Ipswich. So it's about a 5-minute bike ride from the ambulance station.
And you bike to work?
Yeah. Never drive. There's no point. You can't park anywhere in Ipswich.
No.
I wouldn't even get in a third gear, I don't reckon.
So tell me more about your family.
So I have a wife. So we've been married for 12 years, and we have 2 children who are, like I say, 11 and 7. So Lily starts high school tomorrow, and Jake's 7. And they're good fun.
Yeah.
I used to play quite a lot of sport when I was younger. like football, rugby, cricket, hockey, stuff like that. What sort of glass do A and B glass do, Kim? Is it
Clear glass,
house glass,
obscured glass,
or is it car glass, or what?
house glass?
Yeah.
All sorts of house glass, windows, doors.
I didn't realise they're quite big, aren't they?
They are big.
I thought they were like a one van outfit.
No. They're much bigger than that.
Are they like a multinational?
Well, we'll find out more.
Well,
Anyway.